Following the public hearings by the Senate and House of Representatives committees on the review of the 1999 Constitution, the original inhabitants of the FCT have called on the federal government to hear their call for state creation and accede to their demands, which has lingered for decades, in order for them to have a sense of belonging. Executive Director, Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education, CHRICED, Dr. Ibrahim Zikirulahi, at the Stakeholders Debriefing Meeting on participation of FCT original inhabitants in the public hearing on Constitution Review held in Abuja, maintained that the anomaly of the statelessness of the original inhabitants of the FCT must be addressed immediately.
The original inhabitants have done their part by pointing out the key issues in the 1999 Constitution, which continue to assay their quest for political emancipation. CHRICED calls on the Nigerian state not to undermine or frustrate these demands. We call on government to show for once that it has the capacity to listen to the plight of the people and do something about it.
The Original Inhabitant Development Association considers the neglect of its people who should take their rightful place in the scheme of things as injustice. They held that the indigenous people be compensated considering their years of struggle.
We are now 22 years of democracy. Original Inhabitant has submitted more than 7 memoranda saying the same thing to the same country, that original inhabitant people exist here. We are here. Today is a litmus test of this very movement. And coincidentally, it is in Democracy Day. Nigerian 36 states, you are practicing democracy, and the FCT is the political capital of Nigeria.
So we are calling on Nigerians. The natives of Abuja are peace lovers. If it were some other countries, honestly, it would have been bloody here. But what I'm saying is that in time to come, our children may not take it lightly the way we are taking it. Some of these are big men that are accumulating wealth here. Time will come, they won't sleep here. Look at some of our former governors. They can't stay in their state. They find luxury and shelter in Abuja here. Time is coming until such a time that this thing is amended.
The group, who noted that they have maintained law and order while advocating for amendment that will better their lives in all spheres, called on policymakers not to ignore the cries of their people, while urging the FCT minister to bridge gaps which has deepened poverty, widened gaps of inequality, and the state of despondency in FCT.
Why are they not treating us as human beings? Is it that we are not in a classification of social classification of there must be upper class and lower class, and then the middle class? But the fact that we are not even lower class, because God planted us here for a purpose. And if they want to eliminate us, I think they have to go back to God and ask him, why did we keep these people here?
This debriefing meeting presents a veritable opportunity to reflect on review and also assess the participation of FCT original inhabitants in the public hearings by the Senate and House of Representative committees on the review of the 1999 Constitution. Proper stock must be taken to identify challenges to provide a roadmap to arriving at their desired destination. Uluwatobi Enito, reporting for Viable TV.